Thanks Manscaped for sponsoring this video. And this is the star of today's show. Onion. To be specific, yellow onion. We all know what it tastes like. And to my surprise, onion is a good source of vitamin B6, potassium, magnesium, and other things. But when we eat it, all we really care about is the taste. And one of the worst things about onions is cutting them. We all have been there where we cry like there's no tomorrow. And that's because it has sulfonic acid into it. When you cut them, these compounds get released into the air and sometimes goes to your eye, making you cry like a baby. At least I do. But that sulfonic acid is exactly what we're going to be using for today's experiment. And apparently it tenderizes a steak tremendously. Well, we're going to be finding out if this works or not right now, because this is the onion tenderizing experiment, so let's do it. Once all of the skins were removed from the onions, I cut them in half. And that's because I'm going to put all of them in the food processor. You see, I want this to turn into a puree. The more I blend, the better. My goal is to try to extract all of the juice, because I want to know which one really tenderizes, the juice or the pulp. So once that was done, I run everything into a strainer. Pushed it really hard so that I can separate the juices from the pulp. Once I was done, I was left with this, onion juice. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad one, but that is to be determined real shortly. For the second experiment, I'm actually using all of the pulp. As you can see, it is dry like a bone. At least to me, this is the obvious choice, finding out which one is better. But to make it fair, I'm also running a third one, which I won't be separating anything I'm using straight from the food processor. Now here we have all of our contestants, and I can't wait to find out if this actually works and which one is best. And to do that, we need some real tough steaks. So look no further, because this is the cheapest one you can find. It is called an eye round, and I'll tell you what, it's tough, real tough. The first thing I like to do is to trim it. For that, I like to remove a little bit of the silver skin and external fat. However, if you look closely, you'll notice that there's a fat cap right on top. That one I like to leave it. Then I went ahead and cut them into 1-inch thick steaks. Even though they look good right now, don't be fooled. This is a chewing gum. Yeah, it's that bad. But hey, hopefully the onions are gonna tenderize this thing like there's no tomorrow. So the very first 2 steaks, I went ahead and threw in all of the onion juice. The goal is to let it marinate for 4 hours. Now I will be flipping it every 30 minutes. This way we ensure that the onion juice has contact with the steak. Now that that's done, all there's left to do is to let it rest in the refrigerator. I did the same thing for the pulp one. First, I ensured that there was a good layer of pulp on the bottom, placed my steaks right on top, and covered the whole thing with it. The last thing I wanted was to have pieces uncovered. As you can see in the end, this is what it looks like. All there was left to do was to wrap it up and let it rest in the refrigerator for 4 hours. As you can already expect, I did the same exact thing with the third one. Just made sure that every single edge was covered, wrapped it up, and let it rest in the refrigerator. As that was happening, it was perfect because it allowed me time to make some incredible smoked mac and cheese, and it is super delicious. And to make it, it's super easy, and here's how. I'm using these type of noodles. You can use any type you like and they will work just fine. The first thing to do is to go ahead and cook them. For that, I just follow the instructions on the packaging, because the important thing is the sauce. And I started by melting a good amount of butter. Then I threw in all-purpose flour and cooked it until it smelled like pie dough. You see, we're creating something that it's called a roux. One thing you don't want is the taste of raw flour. That is not good. The next thing to add is a good amount of milk. Using a whisk it real good, as it's gonna start thickening up on you real quick. You see, take a look. Now it's time to add all of the cheeses. So I started with some cream cheese, followed by yellow cheddar and smoked Gouda. Mix everything well until the cheese is fully melted. I like to keep my heat under medium-high heat, so constantly whisking it is the key to make sure that it does not burn. As you can see, in the end I was left with this consistency. That is perfect. Now throw in all of the noodles and mix it well. I did not need it to add any salt. So at this stage right here, taste it for seasoning. Remember, a lot of the cheeses already have salt on them, so make sure that you do not overdo it. Then I threw everything into a baking sheet, added a good amount of mozzarella cheese, and into the smoker it went at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, because in the end I was left with this. Now I'll tell you one thing, if those steaks turn out bad, this at least turned out fantastic. Wait until you see the results real shortly, because by this time my steaks were fully done. And take a look at the one that was marinated in the onion juice. What in the world is that? I'm used to seeing oxidation, but nothing like this. But hey, the important thing is it gonna be more tender? Well, we're gonna find out real shortly. And here we have the one that was done with the pulp. It is not as oxidized as the previous one, but you can clearly see that it did something. Now the question is, how much did it tenderize? Or if any? Well, we're gonna be finding out real shortly, because this does not look that great. And finally, we have the last one, which used both the pulp and the juice. Now you're probably wondering, what does it smell like? Onion, that's what it smells like. But once I was done, you can clearly clearly see what they look like. A side-by-side comparison reveals every single thing you need to know. The oxidation from the juice is the one that is the most different. But besides that, the pulp one and the one they're using both are almost identical. For comparison, I wanted to see how they feel on my hand, and the control one feels like rubber. The juice one does not feel the same, and if you take a closer look, you can see that the fibers are actually separating. That is a good thing. Now here's the one with the pulp. Unlike the juice one, the fibers on this one is not separating at all, and it also does not feel that tender. Now it makes me wonder if the secret is all in the juice. Lastly, we have the one that used both. Oh, and you can clearly see that the fibers got broken down, so it really seemed like the juice is the key here. This one actually feels a little bit more tender. But now that we got them ready, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and get them seasoned. For that, I kept it real simple. A good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. I made sure to season all of the steaks perfectly, because the next thing to do is to go ahead and cook them. I'll first be putting a nice beautiful sear using some butter. As once that's done, I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Because now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook them, so let's do it.
Does that look good? You tell me. And before we try them, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Manscaped. New year, everybody, 2022, and with the Manscaped Performance Package, you can feel like a brand new you. This package right here, the Performance Package 4.0 is your all-in-one head-to-toe men's grooming and hygiene kit. Check it out. My go-to tool, the Lawnmower 4.0. Cordless waterproof body trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology to prevent any nicks or cuts. Trust me, you do not want to make a mistake down there. Then feel fresh and ready with the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray. You heard me right. Preserve and revive. Get a quick spritz down there when the mood is right, so you are ready no matter where the night takes you. The package also includes the Weed Whacker and Ear Nose Hair Trimmer, the Shears 2.0 Luxury 6-piece stainless steel nail kit, and a bunch of new liquid products for the shower too. All of the products from Manscaped have their signature refined cologne scent. It is masculine and woodsy, without being too overbearing. It's really nice. For a limited time, when you buy the Performance Package 4.0 kit, you will also get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Shaving Boxer Briefs. So if you're already thinking about Valentine's Day, get the gift you and your partner will love. Don't wait, go to manscaped.com, use my promo code GUGA and get 20% off plus international free shipping, plus 2 free gifts. Thanks Manscaped for sponsoring this video, but now it's time to get back and try this insane experiment.
All right, everybody, here we have our beautiful steaks with a little bit of side dish.
Side dish looks so crazy right now.
This don't look that good?
I know what that is.
What is that?
That's eye round.
That's right, baby. We got eye round in the house. Are you excited for the eye round?
Usually, I'm not excited for it.
Okay.
But today, I'm pretty hungry.
Okay, good.
So I'm a little bit excited.
I got him at the perfect moment, everybody. That's
I'm
a good thing.
excited to fill my belly.
So we're doing an experiment. It's all about tenderness. All right? Okay. It might taste a little different, but it's all about the tenderness. So let's go ahead and begin because we got a lot of steaks to try. And I am hungry, everybody. Okay, let's go for the first one. You could probably tell which one this is. So it's the control. Okay. This is our baseline. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's how you gotta chew this one, everybody.
This is harder than the sandal I used to get hit with as a kid. It's harder.
Chancleta in the house, everybody. If you don't know what that is, that's what your mom do if you don't listen. That's what happens.
That's true.
It tastes nice because it's a wonderful flavor.
Very nice.
But at the same time, man, you gotta
let's go. Let's go.
You want something tender? So this is a smoked mac and cheese, Angel. Ooh. Straight up. Oh my goodness. Smoked mac and cheese, everybody. Let's see if it's good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
That's amazing. It's so creamy. I use 3 different kinds of cheeses in there. No, actually 4 if you count the mozzarella on top.
I could taste for sure Gouda.
Yes.
Some cheddar. Obviously.
Cheddar.
You gotta have
cream
cheddar.
Cheese.
Okay. And then mozzarella.
Yes, right on top. Highly recommend, everybody. But
It's time to go back to the experiment. Let's try this second one over here, Andrew. Let's see if it tastes any different.
We really have to?
Yeah, we have to try it. This is what the video is all about. Notice that whenever you cut the eye round, you gotta cut it real thin, everybody. That is a requirement. You
It's
agree?
a smart thing to do. It's
Yeah,
what it is.
exactly.
If you
Alright.
know what's good for you.
Second one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. That's softer.
What?
It's a little bit softer.
Heck yeah, that's more tender.
I think the flavor is less than the original. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, I'll say there is more juiciness,
Yes.
but it tastes like onion.
It tastes like onion because it was marinated in onion. That was a good one. I couldn't hold it. A lot of onion too, not a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's distinguishable for sure.
I'll tell you one thing. If you're asking if it's more tender, absolutely is more tender. It is extremely noticeable. So this was onion juice. No,
And then, okay, so those are onion too?
those are all onion. Everything is all about the onion. This is onion juice. This is about the pulp, and this one is just combine everything together. I want to know if it's the pulp or if it's actually the juice itself. That one's just pulp, no juice. You know, I extracted all the juice and I put it on the first one, and I just put the pulp in there and see if it did anything. Second one, cheers.
Cheers.
Nope, not that tender.
Not tender.
Not like this one.
No.
It's all about the damn juice.
That one's tougher than the control.
Really? Let's try the last one. Let's see.
Let's see what's up.
Let's see. The second one, I didn't extract anything. Is straight up, you know, juice and pulp at the same time, straight directly from the food processor. So let's find out.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's all about the juice.
It's the juice that did it, yeah.
It's all about the juice, everybody.
But-
the juice of the onion makes it more tender.
This is the most enjoyable one so far.
The flavor, right? It's the easiest one to do, but it's not as tender as this one here. But this one here, I guess the onion
loses
flavor is
flavor, yeah.
so much more powerful. Which one do you prefer overall?
I think it'd be that last one we just tried.
The last one because it has a better flavor.
Yeah.
So sometimes flavor will definitely surpass tenderness, right? And I agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
So if you ask me, Google, which one you want to eat right now with this incredible mac and cheese? I would choose the last one as well. Even though the second one, which is only juice, is more tender. To answer the question, does this method work and it makes it more tender?
Yeah.
The onion juice?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything's always on the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Peace out, guys.